Bradley had that draw with Chavez. A lot of people felt he won.
Well, you know, the judges gave it a draw, but I don't think it was. I mean, it is what it is. You know, boxing brings a lot of surprises every day. But you know, everybody else in my team is a great fighter. That's why they are where they are now. You know, they've worked their way up to their position, and you know, I'm just happy to be there.
Have you talked to Tim about the fight since it happened?
Yeah, I talked to him about it, but you know, he says, you know, we're in that spot where we have to just suck it up and walk away. You know, hey, it is what it is. People saw who won. You know, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. So,
who would you like for Tim after that fight?
For Tim, you know, usually it's never who we want. It's usually who they give us. That's what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So we're on the sideline just waiting to see who's out there. You know, they mentioned the other day they sent me a list of, well, his wife sent me a list that she wanted to send out to Todd, and the list said Kell Brook, said at 154 Bundridge, K9 Bundridge, and another one said, I don't know, maybe a Marquez, but you know, at the end of the day we don't know. You know, yeah. They're the ones that deal with it. I'm just waiting for the phone call and say, hey, this is the guy we're fighting, and get ready for it.
You're not concerned at 154 those guys are a little bigger, punch harder, how he could hang?
Not really. You know, I see Tim during training at 155. During the time he hits 155, he's strong and fast. Once he drops under 50, then he starts, you know, sort of fading a little bit. So I'm pretty sure he'll do fine at 154. I know that because, I mean, I remember late in his career when he was fighting in the big national tournaments, he was fighting at 152, you know, and he was fighting bigger guys, and he wasn't being dominated too easy. So I think he can handle his own at 154.
Kell Brook, were you impressed by his fight with Shawn Porter?
The only thing that impressed me about Kell Brook is he kept his composure. You know, I think Shawn Porter tried too hard in the early rounds, and he frustrated himself. And Kell Brook, just with his composure at point all the time, he just managed to dominate in the later rounds.